In today's video, we are checking out the brand new Dynamic World Skyblock Generator that has been released for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. This map sits under the category where it can be used in any world/seed. And this one also includes jetpacks, apparently. If this plays half as good as it looked in that trailer, I will be impressed. Welcome, everyone. My name is Echo, and I like to check out the latest and the greatest, and even the worst, Minecraft Marketplace content. I spend my money so you guys don't have to. And this is the latest one that sits under the Dynamic Worlds. Now, for those of you that are new here, Mojang introduced a new world type, and that is called Dynamic Worlds. And it works with random seeds. All of this content you see here can be played in any brand new seed or world that you create. We've checked out some incredible stuff. I really enjoyed the random loot drops. I also enjoyed the better creepers and the ultra hardcore. There was also some scammy content like this that we complained about, and Mojang actually removed it from the Minecraft Marketplace. Well, at least from this section. The content in question today is Skyblock Generator, which actually sits with a 2.5 star rating out of 5, with 53% of players giving it a 1 star and only 33% of players giving it a 5 star. So we are going to find out. Now, I did read the trailer's comments, and a couple of people were saying they couldn't get it working, which was probably the main reason as to why they gave this a negative star. So in terms of price, it will cost you £5. It's around about $6 or $7 or 990 Minecraft coins. Let's purchase this and let's check out the file size. The file size of this is actually relatively big at 243 MB. Now, I'm quite confused here, because if we create a brand new world, the Skyblock Generator is a dynamic world type. And what this means is, inside of Advanced, you can go ahead and type in any seed you want. But this is a Skyblock Generator. So an ordinary seed such as this one wouldn't be the same in Skyblock as it would in ordinary survival. Now, one thing I will say to you is this seed right here. I know this is a small survival island in the middle of the ocean. I've done a shorts video on this. I've done a TikTok on this, and I've showed you guys this before. Now, I'm just going to disable multiplayer. We'll go into this like a survival player, because I imagine that's how you guys would play this. When it comes to resources, any behaviors. So it does have a behavior which cannot be altered or edited, but the resource pack has the Skyblock Generator, and then it has Skyblock Generator texture with settings. So I would be able to change the settings of this. Skyblock Generator texture settings, resolution 16 or 32. Now, by default, it's 32. So let's give this a shot. Time to customize our settings. It says, Skyblock Generator. All generator settings can be changed at any time. Already generated areas are not altered, whereas new areas are always generated with the most current settings. We have generator range, which doesn't actually do anything at all, and I'm currently standing on an invisible block. Now remember, we typed in a specific seed, which is a survival island in the middle of the ocean. Seeds make absolutely no difference here. So, strangely enough, and quite a smart marketing move here, the company who have created this have just put this in the dynamic world and made it sound cool that you can generate this in any seed. A skyblock is literally in the sky with nothing else other than islands in the sky. So, that's quite a smart move, but you typing in a different seed makes no difference at all. But we do have biome size. It says, specifies the scale of which individual biomes are generated, influencing their overall size and distribution within the game world. So it can be tiny, normal, or huge. I reckon we just start with tiny. I like tiny skyblocks, right? But we can alter these in game, which I think is a pretty good setting there. We have height. So this says sets the height difference limits for each island, controlling how very varied their elevations can be. I'm just going to put this on 64 for now. We'll change it. And size, I want to do like small ones. And then density. Okay, so specifies the density of island generation, determining how close the islands are placed to each other. And we have dense. So we'll bump this up. So islands are relatively quite common. We'll click save and we'll hit this. And it's generating. Okay. So those settings that we've seen at the start. Okay, that's pretty nice. So those settings that we've seen at the start between 32 and 16 is a texture pack. Creators of this, nice work. But please add an option where players can disable texture packs. Like, I don't like texture packs, right? And there's no option for me to alter this. So here is the Skyblock Generator. If we just scroll down, here is the custom seeds that we typed out, which I know is a survival island in the middle of the ocean. Try it for yourself. Now, you notice we do have resource packs, and what I was showing you guys before was this, which is the 32 or the 16. I'm going to keep on the 32, but I think there needs to be an option for 32, 16, and to disable it. So I went ahead and changed my game modes, and I was like, surely these are clouds. No, they're not. Well, they are, but they're not. Like, I can actually fall through these. It doesn't actually make any sense. But if I go all the way down here, obviously in a Skyblock world, I would typically die, right? So I don't actually know what's going on with those cloud-related things. Anyway, if you are on the 32, you can see here that we actually have a different walking animation / sprinting animation. Now, these are incredibly small islands, apart from that one, but they're relatively small. And we did see during the trailer that they can actually be a lot bigger. It does actually look like there is... Oh, no. Okay, they are generating. I was going to say it looks like there could be some limitations here. But no, this might just be down to your settings, which, I mean, so far from me, not necessarily complaining, because again, these can be altered to how you like to play Skyblock. They gotta sort this situation here. It's really weird. For one, light_gray. I don't know what's going on with these. We've done tiny. Let's go to the opposite scale and go huge. And then let's go to select the height differences for each island. Let's go to... We'll make these a little bit smaller. So they're close. We'll make them a little bit bigger. Sure, we'll make them a little bit bigger. We'll go to island sizes. We're going to do only large. So these will be big. And island density. We'll go all the way this way. Aha! So I managed to figure this out. Now, it turns out a couple of the different settings I had enabled just weren't working together. I had to alter, like, the height. I had to alter the island density. So a couple of things just seemed to clash, but there was no kind of error telling me that. It also looks like if you do go ahead and alter the sizes, which is exactly what we've just done here, it looks like fresh islands can actually generate in the pre-existing chunks that you've already generated, which I guess isn't too much of a problem. I did also find another problem here, though. Those islands, they look very similar, right? Well, over here, the islands basically look the exact same. I don't think there is enough variation of islands. So this one also has a mine shaft. If my calculations are correct, this will also possibly have one. It does have one. That one has one. That one has one. So a lot of the islands are the same islands and they're generating together. Here is the recipe to make yourself a jetpack. It's quite pricey. I've went ahead and grabbed one of these in survival. You just equip it like wings. And then I'm guessing it's just a run and a jump, right? Yes. Okay, so you just jump and fly like ordinary. Spacebar would be to go up. I'm curious when we're going to run out here. So, do you have a limitation? Yes. So, there is actually a limitation on how long you can fly. It's not indefinitely, but you can definitely get from island to island. Let's mess with these one more time. We've done biome size as tiny, and we've also done biome size as huge. Let's try it at normal. Let's try this at... Sets the height difference for each limit. Let's go all the way to the top, I guess. And let's go to sizes. We're going to do this as equal and then density. I guess we'll do this as dense, right? I think the aim of this is to have multiple kind of sizes, which once again, to me, isn't too much of a problem. But I don't know. I just think there's way too much going on with this. We're going to try and load some islands in like this direction. But I've just taken off the jetpack, and when I try and fly and move, I'm practically a robot. Finally, they do take quite some time to generate, especially if you alter your settings. I don't know what is going on with my player here. I can't get over how silly my guy looks. The fact that I can go through the clouds but also break the clouds is kind of ironic. I am generating islands, and I think the best thing here, in my opinion, is to try and keep all your islands one size. I don't think you should be able to alter your settings after you've gone in game. You should be able to alter them once, and that's it. Otherwise, you're just going to end up causing a complete mess. Aha! So it turns out in survival, you can actually get rid of the clouds. I don't quite understand why that's a thing. Now, what I think the creators of this should have done is made it where you can stand on the clouds, like the Aether mod on Minecraft Java. Think how awesome it would be being able to traverse from island to island via the clouds. So there is also a couple of items that you can get on islands, such as the decorated pots. You've got blue tents, red tents, and green tents. You cannot interact with these even in survival because I tried. Clay pots, wheelbarrow, pure and simply decoration purposes, scarecrow, and then clay pots. And then if we go right to the bottom, there is a couple more, which are food chest, and a bench, which again, I don't think these... No, you can't interact with them unless we go to /game mode S. Before this fly thing kills me, does it drop anything? No, it doesn't drop anything. It's just the name of it. Can you sit on the bench? You can't even sit on the bench. And then, of course, we do have a couple of different mobs added. So we have monkeys, the bifluga fly, which was stinging me, a lynx, which I think these come in different colors. We even have a woolly mammoth. Hold on, let me get rid of the cactus. Taking too much damage from that. We have the dodo. I kind of like the look of that, I'm not gonna lie. We have a chameleon block. And we also have a bear. And they do spawn on these islands. Apparently, it works in dimensions. Let's give it a try. Okay, here we go. This is so much better. I guess what we can do inside of here, though, is change the settings. And I want to make these a lot bigger inside of here. And we'll go with... I'll just bump this up a little bit. We'll go to island density. We'll bump that up a bit. And this one can go up as well. And then I'm just going to try and load in some islands and see what's going on. But I really like that. That looks pretty cool. Here we go. Things are now generating a little bit better. We still have the duplicated islands. And I think that is something that they can fix. And they've just been incredibly lazy to not introduce more islands. But they definitely could. Still do not like the whole texture thing. But they are definitely generating a lot better than they were before. I wonder if you could actually generate another kind of nether fortress in this. And to answer that question, the answer is yes. So the nether experience is way better than the overworld from my testing. And if you make it inside of the end, this is going to be an incredibly difficult challenge. Yep. Okay, that didn't seem normal, but we do have floating islands as well, including the main island. So I guess if we go around here, some islands should generate. There we go. So the end and the nether have definitely been executed a lot better, in my opinion, than the overworld. I wonder, though, can we generate an end city inside of here? Because I think an elytra in a skyblock would be an absolutely huge feature. As of so far, though, I have not generated one until now. Let's go. So you can get these. At least they... Oh, that looks really cool. That looks really well done, actually. Is this the place that you would go ahead and find yourself your wings? Let's go down here. Yes, you do. Okay. Again, these dimensions have been done incredibly well compared to the overworld, and I would love to explore something like this. The longer I'm in here, the more things are starting to generate, such as this village. However, I can definitely see why people aren't liking this. The file size is very big. The clouds are a bit weird. The texture pack cannot be disabled. Islands are all generating the same. And I think the overworld is just quite a cluster. I can see the idea that they've gone for, but I think it's just been executed very, very poorly. I think the creators of this can definitely get back to the drawing board, bring a couple of updates to this, and I think players would enjoy it. As for why it's in the dynamic world type, I do not know. Anyway, I would give this probably a 3 out of 5.